Hello there. Today I want to talk a little bit about you and your business. Do you want to expand your business? That's what most people talk about. They want more income, they want more clients, they want more business, and of course they want a better life as a result of having a better business. So there are lots of people that I suppose have the passion and desire to help people and serve people, which is very good, and the money tends to follow the people that serve, but sometimes they're still a little bit stuck. You can get stuck where you're not reaching your income goals. You're not reaching the amount of clients that you thought you were going to get or you're going to achieve. Now, if it were a case that you wanted to grow your business, say you're doing 10k months and you wanted to grow to 50k months, or maybe you're doing 1k months and you want to grow to 5k months or 10k months, or maybe even go high end. You're already doing 10 or 20 grand a month and you want to grow to 50 or 100,000. This is going to require a little bit of a quantum leap, or almost like a paradigm shift, because you got to remember that your results that you currently get are a direct reflection of what's going on internally. So what that means is that if you want to change your results, you're going to have to change a lot of things, and they are your paradigms, your beliefs, your behaviors, your habits, all need to change if you want to grow your business to the level to exceed what it is that you actually want. So let's have a look at that and what's involved with that. If we were to look at, let's start off with the mindset. So number one, first of all, if we want to go from where we are to reach the levels of our 10, 20, 50, 100, whatever K a month, okay, as I said, we need to change our mindset. We need to have a paradigm shift. We need to change our beliefs and our behaviors. So how do we do that? Well, the first thing is we identify what it is that's holding us back. So some people, it could be where they're looking at systems all the time. So they're preoccupied. It could be where they're looking at the next shiny object. Something comes up and, somebody advertises, we can have you earn 50 grand a month if you follow this system. And that's great. And that probably is happening for that individual, but it may not necessarily happen for you. And why? Well, it's because they have a different mindset. It's a complete different mindset earning 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 or 50,000 or 100,000 a month. They're all at different levels. What you need to do is you need to create the mindset to suit the individual situation. So what that means is you identify what it is that is holding you back, and that could be your habits, your behaviors. So let's say, for argument's sake, somebody is doing 50 grand a month. What's their work ethic? What's their mindset? What's their attitude towards that? What's their desire? What's their passion towards that? Whereas if you want to work 4 hours a day and you want to do 100k a month, it may not be possible. Now, it can be possible when you utilize systems and put systems in place to do that, and then you attract what you want. So when I talk about attraction, I'm talking about when we look at staffing, when we look at VAs, or we look at assistants, or we look at systems. Sometimes people don't attract the right thing. They attract the wrong thing to them. So they employ staff, but they attract the wrong type of staff. They employ VAs, they attract the wrong type of VA. They employ, some other form of systems that's going to bring them to where they want to go, but it ends up being the wrong system. And for that reason, it turns out that they never actually get to where they want to go. Or sometimes they end up with burnout or exhaustion because it never seems to work out. But what you got to do is you got to look at the future. You've got to look at what it is you want it to turn out like. You've got to put yourself in the position like as if you're already after achieving what it is you want. But there's no point in just talking about the money and, looking at taking nice holidays and driving nice sports cars and living in a fancy house, watching a big TV in a big room. You've got to build a full circle of everything. So you've got to start from the end and work your way backwards. I'm talking about, if you want the nice house, if you want the sports car, and you want the income and the money, well then, how many clients have you got? How much work are you putting in? How many staff have you got? What systems have you got in place? Now, you might not know the answers to some of these questions, but the difference is if you're starting to look at the future of what you want and starting to replay that over and over in your mind, well, then you're attracted to that. You're almost going to be forced to that. The mind is going to be attracted to getting you there, and it's going to help you. Now, the problem we have here is that if you don't follow that assistance, well, then it ain't going to happen. So that's why I was saying that we need to change our behaviors, our beliefs, our behaviors, and our habits. Because what can happen is, it's a bit like when you look at a sports car and your favorite car, and all of a sudden you go out and you then see that this car is then coming towards you. And now all of a sudden for the rest of the day you're thinking about the car. And now all of a sudden you start seeing other cars, the same model, same reference, and so forth. Whereas if you don't think about it, well, then nothing happens. So it works on the same basis, that when you start to think about what it is you want, well, then the mind is going to be attracted to that, and it'll start to bring you closer to that also. But you need to do it every day. It needs to be repetition. And of course, then we've got persistence. We've got to decide that we're not going to give up. We're going to continue to go forward with it and not give up, no matter what happens. Because like everything, life will happen, things will happen, but you just got to make sure you stick with it and stay with it until you get to your goal. So the main points that we spoke about here is paradigm shift or quantum leaps. If you really want to change your results, well, you just got to change your habits first.